Hello. I want to focus on the good. So if I'm being totally transparent, the moment that I am recording this, my heart rate is like racing because there was a little bit of an incident that unfortunately I can't share all of it with you, but I can't bring that energy into recording this vlog for the lovely community of YouTube, because it's actually the community of YouTube that brings me a lot of peace and joy. So I'm trying to get rid of that negative energy that I'm feeling right now inside of me, because how can I preach that, hey, challenges are meant to teach us something, and then, when I'm in a challenge, not remind myself of that. It's meant to teach me something. This challenge is meant to teach me something. And I almost had to laugh. Actually, I did laugh while it was happening. It was just felt a little bit like, really? And I had to laugh. But then after, when everything's all disconnected, your heart rate's going, you're thinking, you're talking to yourself out loud, and anger. And those are all the things that I just recently went through. But listen, it's not life and death. Unless, God forbid, it's about sickness and death, then nothing else is so important that it should just ruin a whole day. It might be a rough moment, but it shouldn't ruin a whole day. So I'm going to close that part and I'm going to focus on the wonderful things that happened. I went to an event downtown last week and I met a bunch of people that have been really supportive on LinkedIn, and people that I interact with regularly through the phone and email, but I never actually met them in person. And it was beautiful. There were so many really cool people that I felt like it was such a blessing to be in that room with these people. And so many new insights and understandings, came out of that event. So I'm really grateful. I do want to focus on that. And I made a point, I had to take the train down to Union Station. So if you're not familiar with Toronto's Union Station, it's got hundreds of thousands of people cross through there each day. If I told my husband this, he'd probably freak on me because he says I'm a little bit too nice and you have to be careful with how friendly you are. But I had a little goal in mind to see how many people I could make smile. And I wasn't just walking around with a smile like some weirdo, but sometimes on the train you might make eye contact with a woman that's kind of sitting and you could see her through the thing, or a person that worked, at Union Station kind of walking by. I had a very warm sort of expression on my face. And if I made eye contact with anyone, they got a little nod or smile. Having a goal to see how many people you could make smile was such a beautiful experience. I didn't tell anyone, except obviously now I'm sharing it. But it just made for such a beautiful afternoon. And it just reminded me how easy it is to spread kindness. We celebrated my mom's 79th birthday this weekend. We threw a party in the party room and I saw some family members that I haven't seen in probably a decade. And it was so beautiful. It was so beautiful to see everyone celebrating my mom. They are making their way to Florida now. It's a process. It takes them about 4 days to drive, and they're older, right? My mom's husband is in his 80s, but he is sharp. Woo, sharp up here. The healthiest, 82-year-old you'll ever meet. And they are making their way to Florida. Today's my mom's actual 79th birthday. So happy birthday, Mom. But we did celebrate on the weekend. We actually put our Christmas tree up, which is beautiful. I love sort of different mood lighting is always such a treat. And the tree is very, very beautiful. We haven't actually put the ornaments on it yet. We have to kind of split some tasks sometimes because there's so much going on in a day that we can't complete something start to finish sometimes. Christmas season is a really beautiful season. It can, dip into consumerism and spending more than we should, buying things that we don't need. And personally, I know that I don't need anything. In fact, I need to get rid of things. I have too much stuff. Even though I know I don't need anything and other people don't, I give out about 50 little gift bags. They have a little chocolate, a little air freshener, a little mini candle. I'll definitely record some footage of preparing the gift bags. It goes to the librarians, school bus driver, typically, my son's teachers, the massage therapist, the chiropractor, the dentist. I use Christmas as an opportunity to let all the people know in our lives that they are valued. And it's just a small little token from our family. And I know one day, I always say this, I know one day I'll be able to do more. I'll be able to give more and I'll be able to do more. But it feels like a really beautiful time to send appreciation to the people that are in our lives. I feel very lucky. Our neighbors, we make Christmas crafts. The kids make Christmas crafts for each other, although my son's 14 now. So we're going to have to tweak it. He's not into the crafts as much, but we have incredible neighbors. I feel very, very lucky that I have to remind myself to be grateful for the small problems I have. Be grateful for the small troubles. So I hope this vlog reminds you of the beauty of Christmas, of your ability to spread kindness for $0 and the opportunity to tell people that you appreciate them. And I love reading your comments. Tom, there's so many wonderful people. Rick from Oregon, SG, like there's so many wonderful, wonderful people here in this YouTube community. And the fact that, you know, SG, for example, you asked me, I had briefly said something about a really important call that I had this week. And I briefly mentioned it in a live stream. And the fact that you commented and asked me how it went, I was like, wow, you know, there are some family members that might not take an interest in these things sometimes, you know? So the fact that this community is so special, like you are so valued, and I really appreciate you.